Hi, do you want to eat this? Stop eating, cause your body can store more fat, energy crashes become more common, digestion slows down, and blood sugar spikes happen more often. Over time, constant overeating can put stress on the heart, liver, and overall health. And if you stopped eating, your body starts burning stored fat for energy, insulin levels drop, and digestion gets a temporary break. Some people also feel more mentally focused once the body enters ketosis. What happens to your body if you stopped eating for 7 days? During the first 24 hours without food, your body still has enough stored energy to keep you alive. It mainly uses glycogen, which is stored glucose found in the liver and muscles. Hunger becomes much stronger than normal because your body expects another meal, causing stomach growling and cravings to increase. Blood sugar levels start fluctuating, which can make you feel tired, irritated, shaky, or distracted. You may also notice headaches, lower energy during exercise, and difficulty concentrating because the brain is used to getting a constant supply of glucose. Some people feel cold more easily, while others feel mentally restless because the body is starting to recognize that food is no longer coming in regularly. Water weight may also begin dropping slightly since glycogen stores hold water inside the body. By the second day without food, your body is running very low on glycogen, stored carbohydrates, so it starts shifting more heavily into fat burning for energy. This metabolic switch is not instant or smooth, so your body feels off during the transition. Hunger can feel strong in waves, especially when you see or think about food, but for some people it slightly reduces compared to day 1 because the body is adapting to survival mode. Energy levels drop more noticeably now. Simple tasks can feel tiring, your strength decreases, and you may feel shaky or lightheaded, especially when standing up quickly. Brain fog becomes more obvious, meaning slower thinking, weaker focus, and difficulty concentrating for long periods. Headaches are also common because your body is adjusting to lower glucose availability and changing hydration levels. One of the noticeable changes is in body smell and breath. As ketones increase, chemicals produced when burning fat, your breath can start to smell unusual, sometimes described as fruity, metallic, or similar to very strong or unpleasant odor. This is a normal side effect of ketosis, but it can be noticeable to others. You also lose more water weight because glycogen stores are being emptied. Since glycogen holds water in the muscles and liver, when it drops, water leaves the body too. This causes quick weight loss on the scale, but it is mostly water, not fat. Physically, your endurance drops, muscles feel weaker, and your body temperature regulation may feel slightly off. You might feel colder than usual. Mentally, some people feel calm or numb, while others feel irritable or restless because the body is under stress adapting to low energy intake. By the third day without food, your body is now deep into ketosis, meaning fat has become the main fuel source instead of glucose. Hunger may actually decrease compared to the first 2 days because the body starts adapting to starvation mode, but energy levels become much lower. Your muscles feel weaker, physical movement becomes more tiring, and simple activities like walking or standing for too long can drain energy quickly. The body also starts breaking down muscle tissue for protein since fat alone cannot provide everything the body needs. Ketone levels rise more now, causing stronger breath odor that can smell fruity, metallic, or unpleasant. Dehydration becomes easier to notice with dry lips, thirst, and dizziness. Mentally, concentration slows down, reactions become weaker, and sleep often gets worse because the body is under stress trying to survive with no food intake. Your body is now burning more stored fat for energy, insulin levels stay low, and ketosis becomes stronger. Some people report feeling calmer or having better mental clarity because the brain starts using ketones as fuel instead of relying mostly on glucose. By day 4, the body is fully operating in survival mode. Fat burning becomes very high, and ketones are now supplying a large part of the brain's energy. Physical weakness becomes far more noticeable. Your body tries to conserve energy, so movements feel slower and exhaustion happens faster. Muscle loss increases because the body still needs protein to keep vital organs working. You may feel cold more often, get dizzy easily, and notice your heartbeat feels different during movement because energy and electrolyte levels are dropping. One positive effect some people report during this stage is a stronger sense of mental calmness and reduced appetite compared to the first days. The body is now deeply dependent on stored fat for fuel, which is why fat loss becomes more noticeable. By day 6, your body has become extremely efficient at using stored fat and ketones for energy, or highly focused because the brain is now heavily adapted to ketones as fuel. Processes linked to cellular cleanup and repair, often associated with fasting, may also remain active, but at the same time, the body is under major stress. Muscle breakdown becomes much more aggressive, physical strength drops heavily, and electrolyte levels like sodium and potassium can become dangerously low. Dehydration, dizziness, weakness, and irregular heartbeat risk become much more serious. At this stage, the risks are beginning to outweigh most of the benefits. By the 7th day without food, your body is fully in survival mode. Fat burning and ketone production remain extremely high, and the brain has largely adapted to using ketones instead of glucose for fuel. Some people may still feel moments of mental clarity or reduced hunger because the body is trying to conserve energy and stabilize itself. However, the negative effects become severe. Muscle loss increases heavily, including loss of important muscle tissue from the heart and other organs. Physical strength becomes very low, dehydration and electrolyte imbalance become dangerous, and simple movement can feel exhausting. Dizziness, weakness, slower thinking, and fainting risk become much higher. At this point, fasting is no longer mainly about health benefits. The body is now focused on survival. So, is fasting good for your health? Fasting can be good if it is done in a controlled and healthy way. Short fasts may help with fat burning, insulin control, but extreme fasting for many days is not necessary for most people and can become dangerous. Your body still needs enough protein, nutrients, water, and energy to stay healthy and keep muscles, hormones, and organs functioning properly. So fasting is a tool, not magic. Done correctly, it may help. Done excessively, it can harm the body. But quitting sugar really works. Watch that video from channel.